sick man that is superintending a failing or a failed country still want to be your president, and you, a voluntary slave, a born bastard, right? You are praying, God will shame you. Somebody said, "Una don't start again. Una go soon. The talk saying don't die. If he dies, is it going to be the end of the world?" Yaradua died 2 weeks. They didn't tell Nigerians. His wife locked him up inside the Aso Rock. It got so bad that his own ministers, appointees, they were not allowed to see him. Like that is how cold-hearted and criminally those around these guys can be. A physically sick person, mentally sick man. All they needed is just his appearance. It should just appear. Until when they couldn't cover, maybe when it started rotting away inside the Aso Rock, and everywhere it started smelling. When you enter inside Aso Rock, you'll be smelling the dead body. That's when they had to announce that Yaradua was dead. Because with praise singers like this, they won't mind to clone him too, even if he had to die.
We shall stand. All your mandate, Bola, all your mandate, Bola, all your mandate. We shall stand. We shall stand. All your mandate, we shall stand. We shall stand. All your mandate, we shall stand. All your mandate, Bola, all your mandate, all your mandate, we shall stand. On your mandate, we shall stand. On your mandate, we shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate, we shall stand. You go win forever.
With those praise singers, they can easily just turn you and say, God will shame all the enemies. That nobody wanted him to die, because him dying is not in the hands of anybody. Do you understand that? If he applied for a job or forced himself on you that he could do a job, that he can do this job, now the country is falling apart. Abi, he has a health problem that they won't even tell you what is wrong with him. So it is not going to be your wish that is going to keep him alive. No, the doctors will try their best to keep him alive. At least even if it's just for life's sake, for being alive's sake. Even if his brain has been heating up, if that, what do you call it, if that dementia has eaten deep into his brain, and it's just like an empty shell of himself, they will still continue to pop him out there for the gains of those praise singers, those ass lickers, those crumb eaters, at the expense of the rest of you, where critical decisions are meant to be taken. The office of a president of a country that is battling with terrorism, economic destruction, and all of that stuff, right? You need somebody who is mentally stable. But that is not in Nigeria, okay? He's a Yoruba man. And as Yorubas, you are expected to stand behind him. Talking about standing behind a drug dealer. How many of you remember when the Abobakus, the Ronukus, when they are pushing that their tribal bigotry last year for Tinubu to be your president? Igbo this, Igbo that, remember? And then those of you who are Yorubas, that will never, no matter what, you will never bow down or queue behind a druggie like Tinubu. These low lives, you were not spared, were you? None of us was spared. We were called Omoale Yorubas. Those who physically went there to reject him at your poll, your charade, they were attacked, remember? They were called Omoale Yoruba. And they said, whether you like it or not, Tinubu will be the president. Now he's the president now. Nigeria has gone to the dogs. And everybody affected by his policies, they are coming for him. And suddenly, when I want to gaslight the rest of Yorubas, all of us are supposed, we are all Yorubas. Let us forget the past. Let us all come together. And then, all these people, they hate Yorubas. No. If anybody is out there that hates the Yorubas, it will start from you, the Ronukus. Then you hate yourself so much. There are all the ethos of Omoluabi that says, thou shalt not jale, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt, not be an agbero and all of that. You abused all of that. You presented Yorubas. You said Yorubas, you presented Yorubas as what? As drug dealers. Because of Tinubu. You called decent Omoluabis of Yoruba land. You called them names. Because you didn't care in following a drug dealer. Now that a drug dealer is your president, and your economy is in shambles, your security is in the gutters, your lives are miserable. And it's not just you, including the millions of others, millions of lives in Nigeria who are non-Yorubas, millions of other Nigerians whose lives have been turned upside down. They are now coming for Tinubu, and suddenly, we Yorubas must not let, if anybody want to criticize Tinubu, they should criticize Tinubu, they should leave Yoruba out of it. You are now gaslighting other Yorubas that you called Omoale. To come and help you get angry that non-Yorubas are coming for Tinubu's because of his failure. You are now looking for Yorubas to come, because now that they are coming for Tinubu, to you, they are coming for Yorubas. No, they are not coming for Yorubas. They are coming for you, the Ronukus, Omoale Yoruba. Because you are the real Omoale Yoruba. Okay? A Omoales that doesn't give a damn if your fellow Yorubas go to bed hungry. If your fellow Yorubas are homeless, jobless, wretched, poor, as long as a drug dealer and his cronies, as long as they are the one benefiting from the destruction of Nigeria, not even you. So suddenly, some of them are now saying, but you can abuse Tinubu, but leave Yoruba out of it. You cannot be abusing my tribe, and you want me to keep quiet. Nobody is abusing your tribe. You have already disgraced Yoruba tribe. You've already disgraced the Yoruba's Omoluabi. The moment you have shown to our children that there's nothing wrong being drug dealers, drug pushers, drug users, treasury looters, certificate forgers, Yorubas that we are among the first that embraced this Western education, and they said we are among the, the widely read and most educated people from this part of West Africa. Now, you rubbished all of that. You rubbished all of that for a drug dealer. You said there is no evidence. You said there is no evidence. There is no this. There is no that. Certificate forger. Now, that is the person you want our children to see as a role model. Not as if like, okay, how many of you have been following Enugu? You know, his name is Peter Umba. That is the governor of Enugu State, okay? He's a criminal that forged his own certificate as well. He is also an election rigger too, Peter Umba. But guess what? In the last 15 months, if all of you have been paying attention to Enugu State, this man has turned Enugu State into a construction site that even those that were his ardent critics at the time, they can't but actually give him some credit and say, wow, this is quite impressive. It seems that, after all, the guy actually loves his own people, even though he's got his own baggage and baggages. But when you go to Enugu right now, you are likely going to not even recognize it. Peter Umba, a certificate forger. Tinubu, the drug dealer, certificate forger, has destroyed Nigeria with the appointment of his fellow looters, his fellow mediocre, incompetent criminals from Yoruba land that have helped him to destroy Nigeria as we speak. And we are watching that on 3D or maybe not 4D. Abi? And people are coming for them. Lives are being lost every now and then. But you want to turn it around and say, we know that they hate us. We know these people hate Yoruba people. Nobody hates Yoruba people than all of you Lori Brukus that brought this upon us. And the Yorubas will actually have to bear this for a very long time. You will not recruit us, the people you called Omo Ali, when we were all screaming that there are best brains in Yoruba land. Tinubu is not even anywhere near or close. But you called those Yorubas Omo Ali. You attacked them. They called Pastor Ruga, Ikene Shatabandu, Agbowori Baba Oja. And that is Oshubade. They called him a betrayer, Judas Iscariot, because he decided to run for the office of president by competing or contesting the APC ticket with the drug dealer, the Jaga bandit, the Jaga addict. These Agberos, these, Omo Alile Yorubas, they called Pastor Ruga a betrayer who betrayed his boss. Anyone who doesn't believe in Tinubu's political ideology for some reason is called Omo Ali. Now you have Nigeria now. You are the ones in charge of Nigeria. You have destroyed Nigeria beyond what majority actually felt like the lowest they could go under Bokwari. You've destroyed Nigeria beyond so much that everybody is coming for you. And suddenly, you are coming back to the people you called Omo Ali. And say, even if we don't support Tinubu, some of you are even saying, me, I don't even like Tinubu, but anybody that come for Yoruba, I will stand up and speak up. There's no point in standing up and speaking up. Ebito Mapai is already at the door. You understand that? The real Omo Alile Yoruba are those who didn't give a damn about education, who didn't give a damn about our healthcare. Today, Yorubas are backtracking, or so totally backtracked in education and other things, and development too. So to cover all of that, when I want con they try gaslight. I mean, I've seen some of them say, I supported Obi, I supported Peter Obi. But these days, that people are just coming to abuse Yoruba because of Tinubu. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to let anybody abuse my tribe. Olori Buruku, you have already abused your tribe. The moment you supported the moment you choose is to side with Tinubu, you are already an Omo Ali. So wishes won't change all of that. If Tinubu, if anything happens to him, whether he dies or he get lost or anything, and Shittiman become your president, what is the worst that can happen? Tell me. The Fulani terrorists who kill us, are they not killing you right now? Oh, the economy will be bad. Is your economy better now? So what exactly do you think you can gaslight the rest of Yorubas with so that they can begin to probably be on the side of Tinubu? Some are even saying, we will not take the same way they insulted the Fulanis under Bokwari. Everybody that tried to insult Yoruba because of this, nobody is insulting the Yorubas. You have already insulted us. The moment you decided that what Yorubas could have is a drug dealer, a drug addict, somebody that nobody knows his father, his mother, his roots, or anything about him. Nobody knows. And Yorubas are, we call ourselves Omo Klotingpe, Omo Nibiniran, where they say if you pull one, you are going to pull many. Because as a Yoruba, we are just like, we are like this needle. They always have a thread. Until Igbe Ragbichi, the drug addict, the drug dealer, decided to force himself on the rest of the contraption. Now they have it. And what is happening to that contraption right now? So if Shitty Man is going to be your president, what is going to change in that? A lot of you will eventually come back. If your Tinubu get lost, right? You will suddenly probably want to have Yoruba nation then. We know your type. So yeah, the real Omoales are the ones who are trying to kind of gaslight you simply because you are Yoruba. So everyone that is coming for Tinubu, they are changing that to they are coming for Yorubas. No, they are not. They are coming for you, the Ronukus. And the non-Yorubas are not the only people coming for you. The Omoko, Ile Yoruba, they are also coming for you. So there is no, you're not going to enjoy what the supposed Fulanis or the Hausas or the Muslims from northern Nigeria thought they enjoyed. Thought they gave to Bukwari to enjoy. You won't. You will meet your match. And as you are watching me now, if by any means somebody manages to convince you that Tinubu is a Yoruba, and therefore, whether he's doing good or bad, you must stand by him. And he must do his own 8 years like this woman. Don't worry. Okay? When the consequences of all of this, as it is already happening, when it starts consuming, it will consume you too, like the rest of them.
Níjọ́ táláyé ti dáyé ṣe rí ibi tí nǹkan ti lọ sókè tó ti wálẹ̀ rí. Ìgbà tí mò ń sọ fún yín gbà yẹn pé kẹ́ ẹ tẹ̀lé wa. Bàbá ló lè ṣe rí kó wálẹ̀. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ tí rí kó ti wálẹ̀? A ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní o. Àti ìjẹ́ o. Ìrọ̀rùn ló máa bọ́ dé. Àti ní kẹ́ ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀. Ẹ la fọkàn balẹ̀. Ọmọ olódò dẹ ló lè ṣe. Na don dey feel am, we don dey do am. Ṣebí ìwọ̀n òwe tẹ́ máa ń pa ni? Kò sí ká tó lọ sókè tó wálẹ̀, kò sí ká tó lọ sókè tó wálẹ̀, kò sí ká tó lọ sókè tó wálẹ̀. Ṣé Tiripawa campaign fún yín? Àṣìṣe bàbá wa dẹ̀ ṣe bó ṣe sọ pé ó máa ṣe. Ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀, we just start o. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa wálẹ̀, ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀. Níjọ́ táláyé ti dáyé.
Ní ẹni òfò ní ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún ṣe lálìkìyàmà ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí. Ní ẹni òfò ní ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún ṣe lálìkìyàmà ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí.
If you are an Abobaku watching me, look at me very well. You are a kead warrior, okay? There are sometimes that I can make you start typing. Yeah, you'll be typing. One of them said, Tif Mayegun, I don't thief anything from you. And whatever Tinubu is doing to the rest of your families in Nigeria, my family, myself, my family, we are never affected. I hope you are clear about that. And we will never be affected per se. Except for the physical one that if the terrorists manages to get to my village, to my town, and unleash their terror there. That's dreaded. I dread that though. When it comes to the destruction, where the supposed people they told, hello, when they turn around and become, hey, being power, maybe you'll pay me. I tell you, right? Maybe you'll paruwamo. We are more like more beyond that. Okay? But do you know why people like us always talk? It's because millions of lives that the likes of Tinubu, they are destroying. including their children, when they look around for those to take advantage of for their own survival, they will be looking for people like us, soft targets. And that is why we have to keep educating them. If you are angry with what your life has become, and you are looking for where to actually vent the anger, we can direct you to them. And face those who put you there. Emi Mayegun. I am kind of like a beyond. And it is shege Nigeria le touch more. Let's be very clear about that. Okay? I am not one of those who stole from you. I am not one of those who are kind of mortgaging your life and the future of your children. I am trying to save you. So Tinubu cool down Leni. I go cook tomorrow morning. My family, they are going to be fine. If they sell your petroleum at 5,000 naira, my family will never have to beg before they can actually buy a liter or 1,000 liter. Do you know that? But the lives of those that the likes of Tinubu are destroying, they are those I dread, because they will be looking for soft targets, people to blame, people to kill, so that they can survive. If they sell a bag of rice for 500,000 naira in Nigeria, my family will never have to sweat. We're not going to break a sweat to buy a bag or 10 bags. You know that? I know some of us here too, yeah? So if you want to abuse me, please get on with it quickly. Okay? Before they send me the video of your decapitated body, or maybe your tied family member or so in the psychiatric ward where they have already run mad. You know, people send me a lot of videos all the time. What's going on in that contraption? Courtesy of the likes of Tinubu. People they call that kola, koshagbe. If they sell a liter of petrol for 10,000 naira per liter in that your contraption, people like us won't break a sweat to pay for it. But there are so many of you that will die because they can't afford 5,000 naira medical bill. I pay bills of people in that contraption. Yeah, I have to kind of like cough out a lot of money every month. And give to people I don't know, I have never met, and I will never meet. Courtesy of the destruction that these guys have brought to Nigeria. So me onshento lebu. So Tinubu ma kudano. You mean anything? If shitty man is going to be your president, that's yours. I'm only just trying to kind of bring wake your consciousness. And see if somehow you can save yourselves and your generations too. What about your kuro? I can always use you here to teach others and say, you know that the hospital that Tinubu came to in the UK, that is used your money, the money that your Tinubu will pay to them here. I will walk straight in and I'll be attended to. And I won't pay a dime. Think about that. And people like us want you to have similar kind of medical facilities in that contraption where you can walk in. I was like, we were having a chat. We were having a chat about my surgery. Now, in now, I was just feeling, that kind of like, I'm feeling like I got this, I don't know, maybe it's because of the food I had. I don't know, I'm feeling uncomfortable. Say, why don't you just go and see your doctor? Without you having to kind of probably lantern. Okay, I went to see my GP. The guy checked me. Do you feel pain there? Yeah, I feel pain here. then I'm going to have to refer you to the hospital then, okay, to go and see the proper doctors so they can do the whatever scan. MRI scan. I was like, oh, what's that? Because they may need to, that may be an appendicity, so. And we need to find out. Say, okay, when? Now. Really? Ah, man, I don't think I have. No, you need to go now. They beg me. Now beg me to go hospital. Guess what? When they put me under that MRI scan, for about maybe 5 minutes or so, everything, all my body, everything, at the same for screen. Every issue, every vein within my body, at the same for screen. They checked everything. When we were having that chat with, when I was having that chat with a Princess said, was it Princess? No, I think it was African Wahala. African Wahala said, that MRI scan, that one is like a 300,000 naira. If they put you inside that, now just scan, no be treatment. For Nigeria, you could get like maybe 400.